What's going on, people? We just lost a member, but what's going on? Let me get my name up so you know what the deal is. What's going on, people? Welcome to Derby City Sports Review Show. I am so sorry, the Don. We actually missed that. No one saw that. I knew what the hell. T Rock can tell you. I just said that we just lost a member. I didn't know,
Yeah.
not knowing that Derby City, Norman, we didn't know what was going on, and we still don't. But welcome to Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will, in the building with Will, all that good stuff. What's going on, T Rock? How you doing?
Doing good, fellas. Doing pretty good. How y'all doing today?
The Don. I mean, you got stuff you got going on. You got wrestling, got the game, and all kind of got jury on like Mr. T. What's going on?
Doing great, doing fantastic, doing terrific. Games on right now. NFL's season's here and best time of the year almost. So hey, it's it. It's what it's all about.
That is true. Let me get this.
Woo!
Let me get this microphone up because it's kind of low or something. Something's going on. All right, but look, let's go on and get it started for the people. I hope everybody had a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Went back to work and did what you had to do. Like the Don said, we had college football, NFL, all kinds of stuff that went on. High school football. If you missed the show yesterday, shame on you. The No Cap Show had a hell of a show yesterday that the Don and I did, and the mayor came on and blessed us with a preview of the mayor's corner, pretty much.
Right, right.
It
Nice.
was like I missed a whole bunch of it, but I'm gonna get what I want to get out right now, and so we did that. So I hope everybody was able to watch that. If not, you can watch it. You can also listen to it with the podcast. And real quick, where to find us at pretty much everywhere. 54 Sports Network, social media. 54 Sports is on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok. You don't stop. We got the Players Club. We got the poll out. So go ahead and go to the Players Club to vote, or you can come on to the main page on 54 Sports Facebook, or go to X. Vote, vote, vote. Both of those polls, so we're talking about from the X and from Facebook, it's the total combination. That's where you're going to get the winner. So if somebody dominates over on the X, doesn't mean anything. Somebody dominated on Facebook, it doesn't mean it's got to be total combined. So go ahead and do what you have to do. We really appreciate showing the kiddos love. So get there and vote. Even if it wasn't your son or your cousin or your nephew, do what you got to do. Let's make it happen big time. Let's see what's going on. So, hey, let's go ahead and get it rocking and rolling because we got a lot to cover. Let's get an update on wrestling. Anything going on in wrestling? Anything happen on wrestling? What's going on, my fellas?
I know
Mm-hmm.
All Out was this past weekend, and I'll
Yes, it
let the
was.
Don. He probably watched it. I will let the Don take this one, and I'll cover a little bit of WWE.
Man, I tell you, the one thing AEW does is put on a show. Pay per view shows, they put on a show and they show out. They had numerous of shows. I've seen some low. Not so great. You had the Young Bucks and that little tag team champion. It was okay. What could have been better, but even you had Brian Danielson and Jack Perry go at it for the world title. Eh, Great match. MJF, Daniel Garcia, another good one. Mercedes Mornay, she defended her title. She keeps it. Another good one. But of course, I can't forget my man Will Ospreay. Him and Pac, the the old bastard. They said the old bastard. Him and Pac. Will defended his title. He keeps it. But what a great match! I'm talking about 5-star match. But what ended the night was Swerve Strickland and Adam Hangman Page going at it in an unsanctioned, lights out, steel cage match. They took it as far as they could. I'm talking about they took it all the way, and it got down and grimy and dirty, and it was just rules was all broken all over the place. It was, whew, it was one to
Glorious.
remember. Yeah, right.
It was glorious. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, WWE is obviously doing their thing as well. Next pay per view of them is Bad Blood. Right now, so far, the only match I can truly confirm at this moment is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are finally going to go at it again. Um, You know what I'm saying? For the women's championship, and so but stories keep building and building and building to this. So I'm pretty sure it's probably by the time it's all said and done, it's going to be a good card. Matter of fact, I think no, let me take it back to another one I know is Damian Priest and Finn Balor. We're also going to
Mm.
go at it in this pay per view as well. So it ought to be a good one, fellas. So I'll keep you up to date, and when I get the information, you will get the information.
Big
August
time.
5th, October 5th.
October 5th.
Big time. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go on and shoot into some college football. Big time. Let's see what's went down. And let's go ahead and start with University of Louisville. Jacksonville State 14, Louisville 49. Basically got the score like that so you know who the home team is because some people get confused. We don't want no confusion. Uh, what can you say? We actually went to this game and, fun time had, be had as always. 28-14 at the halftime. It had you thinking like, okay, what's the deal? Are we taking them for granted and all that kind of stuff like that? But in Louisville, imposed their will in the second half. Defense stood up and took care of business. So, good win for Louisville. As far as the stats, real quick, I do want to say Tyler Shuck, 349-yard passing, man, 21 for 33, 2 TDs. Dude is just fitting just right. You know what I'm saying? Granted, they have not played anybody yet, but you still want to see this confidence building, and that's what he's doing, and we love that big time. Rushing, Maurice Turner has 60 yards of TD. Duke Watson, a freshman, had 51-yard TD. Kawan Brown, another freshman, 51 yards, a TD. Isaac Brown, 43. Donna Cheney, 21 yards and a TD. Brooks had 89 yards on 6 catches. Bell, 3 catches, 61 yards of TD. So pretty much people got to play. When you play teams like this, you want to be able to get the young guys in there. Everybody, happy. Everybody still believing. I'm gonna get my playing time. I'm still gonna rock and roll. No mad feelings or hurt feelings unless you're that third or fourth string that don't play. And that means you probably not gonna play. Period. If you didn't play these first 2 games, because you can still play these true freshmen and they can only play so many games and you can still redshirt. So if you didn't play, probably not in the cards. It is what it is. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on Louisville with the 49-14 victory over Jacksonville State?
Um, I saw that a quote from Brom was talking about Tyler Shuck. He said, "I wish you had said we coached him up pretty well, but he came in pretty good already."
Right.
And that also doesn't hurt when you've played at a couple different schools and you're 25 years old. You know what I mean? I hope you are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But I like Duke. Now, I just want to see him play that next level of football as far as the next team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with the Georgia Tech game, this is for me. This will be the barometer. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to play well against the teams that you're supposed to play well against, right? So the next game, I want to see him. You know what I'm saying? See if he maintains this level of success he's having, and hopefully, like I said, those receivers can also you know what I'm saying, get free and do that as well.
True. The Don, what's your thoughts?
Well, from what I got to see of some of the game this past weekend, as I didn't get to watch all, so it was, hopefully I can watch the next one. Hey, come Georgia Tech, but I mean, it looks good out there. Our receivers are looking good, defense looking good. I mean, but who we played so far? I mean, we supposed to look like it. That's like you said. This is what we supposed to look like. Now when we come up against the upper competition, we playing against conference. Now we really will test our players, test our quarterbacks, and we will really see how we are looking. So I'm good with what I see so far. So let's keep it going.
Yep. Competition. So we should be getting ready to get in that. And as much as you want to say Georgia Tech, and then they take it on the chin. So you just never know. ACC is wide open. What's up, D? How you doing? So we
Yeah,
I'm
should
not.
see what's
I'm not
going
talking to
on.
D right now. I'm not
So
talking
it's
to D.
all
Right.
good.
yeah.
South Carolina 31, Kentucky 6. Kentucky was at the crib and decided. I mean, can you say they didn't show up or did they show their true hand? All I gotta say is that you just never know. These quarterbacks that you get, not everybody is performing well. We see DJ down at Florida State, but maybe he would have been done well if they played some lesser competition. Kentucky, I mean, South Carolina was supposed to be one of the bottom feeders of the team. I mean, of SEC. You had a game that you pretty much dominate in a rain-shortened game with Southern Miss. All I know is, dude, Brock. Just because you came from Georgia does not mean you are a good quarterback. Brock was 3 for 10, 30 yards, one interception. My gosh. Yeah, the leading rusher was Demi at 70 yards. I mean, I don't even want to read the stats because my guy had a total. I'm going back to with Brock, and not Brock from North Odom. I'm going with Brock, the quarterback for Kentucky. His total offense was 1 yard. 1 yard. Minus
Wow.
29 rushing, 30 passing. You're not beating anybody. Like, man, you're not beating anybody with 44. You know what I'm saying? 44 passing yards unless you rush for about 400 yards or 300 yards. Unless you Navy or Army or somebody like that. Otherwise, you're not doing that, man. That's a total disgrace, man. When that flash across, it's like, man, what are we looking at here? You couldn't believe it, man. 40. When's the last time? Even Lynn Bowden had more than 44 yards passing when they was running the ball. Disgrace, man. And guess who comes in town next week? Or this week? The team that you
Georgia.
transfer from.
Georgia.
Oh yeah. Beat the brakes off of.
Oh Lord Jesus, my God! Somebody said that Mrs. Coach Stoops is gonna go ahead and take the under and take the points because he's gonna play full corner stall ball. They just gonna try to run the ball. They get out of there because that point spread's got to be ugly already. Don, what's your thoughts on Kentucky getting embarrassed at home by South Carolina?
Now it's kind of funny because I just happened to turn on this game and watch a little bit because I thought it would be awfully funny watching the Louisville Cardinals beat down the Gamecocks and the Kentucky Wildcats getting beat by the Gamecocks. So why not? This quarterback looked like a deer in the headlights when he was back there. I didn't see the defensive line looking like too much of anything Kentucky. I mean, I didn't really even see Kentucky moving the ball. I seen a couple little runs here, little runs up, but other than that, yeah, they didn't really look like too much. I'm gonna tell you that. Didn't look like too much at all.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they
embarrassing.
just had a bad day.
Well, it doesn't get any better when you got Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, and Ole Miss on the schedule. I think it's like 4 of the next 6 games or something like that. That's not good. T Rock, what's your thoughts on the Big Blue?
Uh, okay, so 10 attempts. I don't know if this is play calling. I don't know if this is the offensive line again this year because
Yeah.
they blame the offensive line for everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know what this is, but I know at least half of Kentucky fans might be thrilled with this because if this continues this season, you know what I'm saying, they'll put in a petition for Stoops to be gone.
You don't even got to do that, right?
Ha- yeah,
You don't even
man.
got to do that. Dude's been trying to leave. If it wasn't for Texas A&M's governing body, he'd have been down there.
Right, he's
Mm-hmm.
been trying to leave, but there's still some of the fan base still wants him there because it's always better than what they had. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get back Rich Brook days. I guess I don't know. You
Being
know,
average. Being average.
yeah, they're happy at being average because it's better than losing.
True, I guess, yeah.
Hey,
until you dive into the
Yeah.
SEC record and you see that really you've been losing it there. Thank God for the 4 free games you get.
Yeah, that's the truth. This is supposed to be one of
Yeah.
It's
10 attempts.
Well,
hell.
10 attempts.
well, this is their third straight loss to South Carolina. So I don't think you count
Got,
them.
got that number.
Yeah.
Old Dominion scored 19 on South Carolina. Held them to 23 the first game. I'm just saying.
Well, I think it's just a lot of people that's playing college football, playing a video game, and think that they can see Burn 99 speed going off, Walker tackling everybody. This is not a game on Saturday.
This is not a game.
It's not a game. You can't ball out against South Carolina on the sticks and automatically think that you're gonna ball out when you see these guys face. Well, man, if we was playing the sticks, nah, bro, it ain't like that, man. You take it on the chin, bro. You take it on the chin. And I will say this, even though the Louisville schedule has been at the first 2 games, but let's not forget, Indiana Hoosiers bought out because we were supposed to play them.
So
But somebody did not want to come to the Ville and get their head knocked off. And so they paid us to go ahead and end the series. I'm just saying, it
We
is
can
what it
use
is.
the money. We can use the money.
yeah, we definitely.
Nah, man. After that, I'd rather go ahead and smash mouth them, bro.
No, don't get it wrong. I'd
Smash
rather,
mouth them, bro.
much rather, but we
Yeah.
can still use
Because you gotta think, we ain't getting paid $1.5 million and $1 million like these scrub ass teams that come in there. That wasn't that.
Like Notre Dame paid. But Walker just ended up with 3 tackles for the whole game. So he didn't do too much of nothing.
But
That
you know-
99 speed.
But he really don't do nothing as far as number wise because he's a defensive tackle. He
Yeah,
just
exactly.
controls all that, so
True.
he's not gonna get a big numbers and stuff. But what did the receiver Burrion get?
Oh man.
That's
He couldn't get too much of nothing.
that's
I'm
99.
saying.
That's
You can't throw the
99.
Can't throw the ball 10 times and expect to get the ball.
Did he even get a
about
catch?
it.
1 catch for 3 yards.
Yeah, they need to do. You know how like when you play live, I wonder if they do that as far as with Madden, they make changes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So this offense should be making changes when you play with them. If you play with them, and if you do play with them, God bless you anyway. Why would you play with them?
Yeah, he has 17. The running back. Okay, he has 17 carries for 70 yards, but
That
they
was
try to
it.
get everything on the ground. Yeah, they
That's
had
pretty much it.
30 yards rushing. So, I mean,
Well, I
that
tell you what,
wouldn't do nothing.
whoever came up with that game plan, God bless him, because do not allow him to do that against Georgia. Whoever was the one, let me do this game plan, he should have been fired because come on, bro. Number 1 team coming to town, baby. Good luck with that. All right, let's go ahead and get in NFL, and let's rock and roll. First of all, we got a game that's going on now. As you can tell, Mr. T's on the set with us. You got the Jets at 49ers, 3.5 point
Oh,
favorite
pity the fool.
is the 49ers. And right now you got the 49ers up 13-7. The biggest news is not even that. Christian McCaffrey, calf. You better hope it's not Achilles, because if it turns out to be Achilles, I don't think somebody's going to the Super Bowl without Mr. McCaffrey. I'm just saying. You can say, well, they did it before, and I understand that.
Yeah,
Totally different. Totally different.
That's it. That's a difference. That's a big difference. That's
Right.
a utility man we talking about right there.
Right. What's your thoughts on this game? And go ahead, elaborate and all this kind of stuff like that, bro.
I mean, just like you said, I mean, really, it's a utility man. He's used at all positions. I mean, blocking, receiving, running. I mean, he can pretty much do it all. Back there in that backfield, I mean, that's going to be hard. But us going against, we got control Brees Hall. He's already got 1 for the game. Aaron Rodgers is looking quite well already. I've seen him throw some over, throw some under, but over net, he's Gary Wilson, what he would love to finally got a quarterback, and he's loving it. Aaron Rodgers is backer. So, hey, hopefully my man Brock,
It's a lot of Bronx. ain't it?
works the middle.
It's a lot of Bronx.
A lot of Bronx.
A lot of Bronx.
Right. Brock Lesnar, he's not nowhere in sight though. But Brock can work that middle, control that zone. They've been looking like they've been trying to stay in on the 49ers. Control the middle. Debo's ran one in himself. Maybe you can get a little, a little flavor, some love out there, but earn that money. So hopefully we come out to win. Looks like it's probably gonna be a good game.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope that Aaron stays healthy enough because I hate to see you do all that investment and because if he gets hurt again, it's done. Like you really done.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I know that. T Rock, what's your thoughts on this game? Who you think going to win? We already did our picks and things like that last week, but what's your thoughts on this game?
I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than some people may think. Without Christian McCaffrey, obviously they're going to have to get a little creative in the play calls. I think Kyle Shanahan, he's a good coach. So I think they have that well in hand. On the opposite end, Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers, right? As long as you got somebody, decent to throw it to, it is who it is. Jets have a pretty decent defense as well.
Right.
I still think the 49ers are going to win this game.
Right. The funny thing is, this is probably Garrett Wilson's probably the best receiver he done had in a long time, to be honest, because some of them guys at Packers he made. And when he was gone, they was garbage. Even though some of them went and got a Super Bowl championships, some of them's on his team right now still dropping passes. So Garrett Wilson's probably the best number one receiver he done had in a minute. So, hey, let's see. You know what I'm saying? We never want to see somebody get hurt, but you already know the Don 49ers and I had the 49ers. I think Antoine also, Mr. Stats had 49ers. So, should be a good one. We're going to go ahead and rock and roll. We're going to actually go ahead and start with the Thursday game that we was talking about and all this kind of stuff. You had the Chiefs with a 27-20 victory over the Ravens. Yes, we are here live in effect. We got 49ers, Cowboys, and Chiefs fan, all this kind of stuff like that. This game right here, it was a lot of mistakes by the Ravens and things like that, but you can't do that on the road. And they still had a chance to tie it. If dude didn't have size 17 and he had size 16, it probably went overtime, but still, you still got to stop Petty Ice, and Petty Ice is doing what he does. No matter what, Lamar can't do what he did with, turnovers and stuff like that. But still, the thing about it for first game of the season, man, I was definitely impressed. I really wanted to go in overtime just out of the greediness of having the NFL back. But, hey, you keep your head up. That's one game. Keep it moving. You got more games to play, man. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on this game and all that kind of stuff? And real quick, Lamar Jackson he passed for 273, 1 TD. He had 122 yards rushing. That's that old Lamar back on 16 carries. Petty Ice, 291, 1 TD, 1 interception. Pacheco had 45 yards, 1 TD. Go ahead, T-Rock.
I expected this to be a good game. I mean, it's and now that I'm surprised that the Ravens didn't rank Henry more. Be honest with you. I mean, because that's the ultimate thunder and lightning combination right there.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of threw me. It kind of threw me for real. But with that being said, I mean, we weren't giving Henry a whole lot either. You know what I'm saying? They were definitely running to the ball every time he touched it. Like I said, win by that one little inch. Now, with that being said, though, when they thought they actually scored, Harbaugh called for 2. He was going to go for the 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I get.
He said, yeah.
Exactly. And I'm not going to lie to you. Kind of scared me a little bit. It was just like, oh, my God. Because, like I said, Lamar was running his butt off.
And Henry would have been in the game, too.
Henry back
He'd have been in the game. He would have been.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, my goodness. You know what I'm saying? They might mess around and actually win this game. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I love Lamar. Y'all know I love Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Louisville guy, I love Lamar. Lamar can win just as long as he ain't playing the Chiefs.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I love the game. It was a great game. You know what I'm saying? All hail Chiefs.
The dog, what's your thought, man?
I don't trust that Kansas City talk. no,
As you
no,
should, though.
I'm sure. no, I'm messing with you. But yeah. I mean, the one unspoken hero on Baltimore side, the out of the clear blue that we didn't expect was Isaiah Likely to have a game like he did this past week, as he ended up bringing in 111 yards, receiving and a touchdown. Um, that was big for him. I mean, as Mark Andrews trying to come back off the injury, that's the Lamar that we should have seen in the playoff last year. That game right there. Yes, we do know Lamar made some overthrows. He missed some targets. I mean, that's a quarterback. I mean, you're gonna do. You can't be absolutely perfect. But as they say, as I've read, that's the things you don't do though. That's the misses you don't make. If you want to be that ultimate superstar, that ultimate quarterback, he is a two-time MVP. But Lamar, those passes right there that you missed, the man on the other side, Patrick Mahomes would not miss those. That's where you got to improve at. But other than that, it was a great game. It was a great game, and I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, this game about to go to overtime. Then you seen the man put up two. Like, oh, what's going on? But then that call, you was worried, but wasn't that call though? That foot, you look like they hit that slow motion, like, oh
That big
man,
toe,
that close.
that shoe went
I'm
like
saying.
this. That shoe went like this. That big
Yeah,
toe was like that, and then the rest of the shoe, the big toe was like that, and then the rest of the shoe was over her. Like what kind of cleats he got?
it was so close.
like he had stretch cleats. But I will say this real quick, so we can go ahead and move on real quick. Uh, one of the other stuff that's bad with Baltimore, the receivers, man. As much as Zay Flyers and all this kind of stuff, how come they can't get any receivers, bro? Like, I'm sorry. If you got a true number one, that's cool, but you need more than that. I understand the tight ends is who they like to use too, but goodness gracious, you really gonna need a somebody who complements
Number one.
Flowers. Because if he's number one, then he's got to have somebody out there with him that can run them routes and all that. And I ain't talking about Aguilar, who's been in the league 40 years and things like that. He needs, come on, man. Come on. You got to stretch that field. Somebody's got to do the under routes, all this kind of stuff. And then, Zay Small, man. He ain't a big receiver, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you play them big DBs or different stuff like that, man, it is difficult for him. So, come on. You step up the game. Make some trade, and not with a trade with OBJ who's damaged goods. Get that man somebody
Right.
for real, bro. Get him somebody for real, man. And then go back with Henry. And I get what Travis said. Yeah, they was rocking and rolling, but thing about Henry, he wears you down. Like, give him he needs to have at least 20 carries a game. At least, man. And I know that the other guy is gone, and you got Malcolm from Georgia. Dude. Ain't no way if you run that read options with Henry and Lamar, dude, you ain't stopping that, bro. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. You doing some other stuff, but it is what it is. We'll see. Great game to start the season off. Another good game, and that was in Brazil. Packers go down to Eagles, 34-29. Not only did they go down, they lose Love for about 4 weeks or something like that. Malik Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Is gonna be starting. And that's what he was like. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah. That's what his mama said. What you talking about, Willis? You
Are
starting.
serious?
Oh Lord, my gosh. Not going on with Packers. All I know is you better take whoever they play and take whatever the point spread. Get ready, baby. Vegas going to lose money on this one. Great win, Mr. Barkley. That's why you do not let your best player go to your rival in the same division, because he is going to smoke the Giants. My guy rocked and rolled, did what he had to do. Everybody thought that Shaquan was all this. He'd been hurt. My guy ended up with 109 yards, 2 rushing TDs, my brother. And, he also had 1 receiving TD, 3 TDs. Come on, man. That's more TDs than the Giants going to have all year combined from their running back. Why in the hell would you let that happen? Jalen Hurts, 278, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. He's still your average quarterback, bro. He's gonna do just enough, but you got Barkley back there is gonna make everybody good. And let's be honest, he done had some great running backs behind him anyway already. This is just another good one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, dude's already stacked with that. A.J. Brown, 119 yards on 5 catches, 1 TD. Jordan Love, 262 TDs, 1 interception, and got hurt late in the game. Jacob, 16 carries, 84 yards. Jaden Reed, which
That's what I'm talking.
the Don on the Fantasy Playbook told you guys. Jaden Reed, 4 catches, 138 yards, and 1 TD. Had a hell of a game, but you might want to drop him. I put him on the bench because he's not getting those. He's not getting that no more, Mr. Willis. Everybody who's got Green Bay people might as well bench the whole damn team because that's a wrap. Great game, great win for the Eagles in Brazil. The Down. What's your thoughts?
Like you said, it was a good one to watch. I mean, I love seeing the Packers go down. Heck, I don't care. I mean, heck, but watching the Eagles win, it's like, it's give and take. But I hate to see Love to go down like that. Like I say, it's gonna be out for 4 weeks. It sounded like. Jalen Hurts, like you said, Jalen Hurts is there to control.
Right.
And he's going to have his good games. He's going to have his bad games. But what Eagles team is this? Now that the dumbass Giants could just hand over the reins to Shaquan Barkley, so it's like
In your division.
why don't y'all just take them
Lord Jesus.
and see what y'all can do with them? Because we can't do nothing with them. Daniel Jones like, yeah, and Shaquan Barkley's like, yeah, we'll see. And we see what happens. So it's like, really. So this Eagles team might be a little something to start off with. But Barkley can keep looking like that. And I do feel for the Packers like it, though. I feel for the love is gone.
Swift started like that too last year.
He did. I think it was like 4. I want to say like 4 big games in a row. You all
He
right?
started like that
He
too.
did.
T-Rock, what's your thoughts? My fault.
It's unfortunate for the Packers. You know what I'm saying? That they lost Love.
No love.
Here's
Now
the
that we found love, what are we gonna
What we gonna
do
do?
with
this.
this?
I can't.
That's what we
Here's the
do.
thing.
Go ahead, man.
Come on,
And
move.
I think I told y'all this when we kind of watching the game. Willis is going to be a potential starter wherever he goes because it seems like everywhere he plays,
You knew you did.
the quarterback get hurt. So it's just it don't make no difference where he at. He at some point during the season he's gonna start. That's just the way it is. It's just you know what I'm saying. But and the Eagles always look good on paper. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, they do.
they and I'm saying and they had a good team. You know what I mean? But I told y'all also how I feel about the Eagles too, and I will not bring that up on here because
Why not?
I know
That's
I know
when you
somebody.
That's when you're supposed to bring it up.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I hope they lose every game after this.
Nobody's watching.
I hope they lose every. I can't stand that coach. I cannot stand the man. He is like the troll of NBA coaches. You know what I'm saying? There is very little professionalism in that man. I hope they lose every game. But on top of that, I think they look great on paper.
That's all we needed to hear, brother. That's all we needed to hear. Thank you for
Right.
bringing that story to the show, to the podcast, to everything.
Okay.
We really appreciate that.
I'm at my fields now.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. We definitely needed that, man. We couldn't let you go without that. Well, Bills 34, Cardinals 28, and Cardinals made it very interesting. Very, very interesting. We kind of was talking about this last week, and no number ones, no, just like Mr. Allen has to do this every game, and they, let's don't get it twisted. I mean, I think everybody got the Cardinals picking in the top 10 in the draft next year anyway. So they like you beat a playoff team. Let's keep it real. But they came back and won. You know what I'm saying? They was down pretty much the whole game. Then he came back and all this. And Josh. All right, Josh Allen, 18 for 23, which is impressive. 232, 2 TDs, 39 yards rushing, and 2 more TDs. He was pretty much the offense. James Cook, 71 yards. But then we get down to what we was talking about. They have no number one receiver at all. We have Keon Coleman, the rookie, 51 yards for catches. Shakur, 3 catches, 42 yards, 1 TD. All right, Mac Hollins had an appearance, 1 TD. Hey, it is what it is. Kyler Murray, 21 for 31, 162, 1 TD. He had 57 yards rushing. James Conner, 50 yards rushing on 16 carries, 1 TD. Let me see. Josh Allen with a fumble. That kind of stuff what he does. Kyler Murray also with a fumble. This right here was good for TV. But if you're a Bills fan, you got to really be worried because, normally when the Cardinals come to the Bills, this one ain't going to be close. Everybody, this might have been like a 10 to 20 point win. But good win for the Bills to start off, that kind of stuff. But as we say, this is the first game. I'm looking down the road when you have to play somebody good or above the Cardinals, what that's going to look like. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on the Bills with a 34-28 victory over the Cardinals?
Well, like you were saying, man, Josh Allen's going to have to basically do this every game. The problem is he can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't put your quarterback through that kind of stuff either. He's not going to last a season if he's got to do that every game. Right? So they're going to have to figure something out. And again, I understand they don't have the best, they don't have a number one receiver. I understand that. But somebody's going to have to step up. I mean, again, the man threw 18 for 23.
Right.
That's phenomenal.
Great. That's great.
That's phenomenal.
That's great. That's
you know what
great.
I mean? I mean, considering, I really don't have a whole lot of people to throw to, but somebody's going to have to step up because that man is not going to make it halfway through the season if he's got to continue to play like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good win for him. You know what I'm saying? Again, like you said, it's the Cardinals, so we get it. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to have to do something. He's going to have to do something because they're not going to survive.
Right. You're right. The Don.
Yeah, like I said, Josh Allen put on a Josh Allen typical showing, I guess you would say. I mean, he shows up when he wants to at times. I mean, it is what it is. Then he got to move the ball with his feet. But like I said, James Cook showed up, 19 carries. Even though I don't think James Cook is going to get, half that ball the whole season. I think he's going to give that ball up, and the start position will consist to be Ray Davis eventually.
Hopefully.
I think the number one receiver will eventually become Keon Coleman, as in I think they're going to want. But Keon, he will become, and you got to get, like I said, Dalton Kincaid and Knox. Eventually, they got to get into that fold of, getting that because you just got 2 catches by the tight ends for the whole game. That's not going to do it. That's definitely not going to do it. And Arizona's time, James Conner.
What did Marvin do?
Right, Marvin, 1 catch, 4 yards.
Oh,
they
Lord.
look for Marvin to do big things this year, but he has to show up. I don't know if it's just the play calling or what. But Cal Murray, 5 carries.
He might be freezing them out.
Yeah, it's.
Cal might be freezing them out, though. He's good for that.
Arizona, this ain't going to do so. But we'll see Buffalo do what they do next week. Hey, you got to go from there because it was a decent enough to go against Arizona, but y'all kept Arizona in the game, though. Y'all, that ain't going to be able to do. They scored 11 points in the fourth quarter. That can't be doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So on.
It is what it is on that one. Patriots with a big victory over the Bengals. 16-10. Everybody thought that, Mr. Chase wasn't going to play because he didn't get his money. Other people's getting paid. All this, Burrow's coming back, all this kind of stuff. Jacoby Brissett. So you say I have a chance. And he has pedestrian numbers like always. 15 for 24, 121 yards. That's it. No interception, no TDs. But Lamontre Stevenson, 25 carries, 120 yards, 1 TD. Brissett had 32 yards on the ground. Let's see. Hooper, 31 yards, nothing like that. All right. Joey Buckets, 21 for 29, 164 yards. Moss had 9 carries, 44 yards, 1 TD. Burrows even had 15 yards on the ground. Jamar Trace, 62 yards, 6 catches. Everybody else looked nothing. I don't see Higgins. I don't see nobody else like that. This right here was shocking because it looked like Belichick and everybody else was calling that defense or something. Something was going on. It wasn't clicking. I don't know if this is the case because you had a lot of people who did not play. And let's face it, most of these starting quarterbacks don't play in the preseason regardless. And big stars. So, could this be rust? We ain't played in a while. The chemistry, that kind of stuff like that. Even though they said that, Jamar was like, hey, we played at LSU, we're going to click. Yeah, but that could be game 4. That'd be game 3. And we all know you cannot lose to the Patriots if you're the Bengals. If you're really serious about the playoffs, you can't lose the Patriots first game, brother. I mean, I'm sorry. Don, what's your take on this game?
Oh, this is definitely a game that you don't supposed to lose, like you said. And the Bengals was at home. You let the Patriots come in there and take over. Come on, and win this. You let Stevenson do what he did on him. 120 yards.
We was waiting to hear what you were gonna say his first name was.
Yeah, I was about to, but I didn't. I didn't try. I think if I could sit here and think about it.
I had to do it.
Anyway,
Y'all selling.
stepping
Y'all
up. But
selling.
I don't think Higgins played at all. I think because he was questioned before the game, and I
Right.
think he was,
Yeah, he didn't play.
end up being out. So
He was.
That hurts.
yes, that definitely. And other than Chase, nobody did too much of anything else.
Bad
And
loss.
Joe Burrow just throwing 164 yards for the game. No, that definitely knew it. That definitely. But I mean, guess on to the next game, and they should be slapping themselves because they lost to the Patriots. Come on,
Right.
forever
T-Rock.
back up, Jacoby.
I'm gonna have to see a little bit more fire from Burrow. I understand to be the cool quarterback, forget, you play the next down kind of dude. But it's to the point for me when I see him that he actually has it seems like he has no fire. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I got a job, I go and do my 9 to 5, I go home.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, did you see him on the bench? I mean, granted, I understand you feel that way in a loss. I get that. But honestly, he would have felt like that in a win. He would have looked the same way in a win. You know what I'm saying? It's the last time I seen that man smile was in the playoffs when they beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That's the last time I seen him smile.
That was Don. That wasn't him.
Hey, matter of fact, the Bengals play
Called
the
him up.
Patriots.
Thank you.
The Bengals play the Chiefs next week.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, we do.
he won't be smiling on that one either.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not playing like this. But yeah, man, I'm gonna need to see some more from him, man. I understand, you know what I mean, you didn't have all your tools.
Right.
But you had enough to beat the Patriots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Patriots and the Bengals defense needs to do a little something too. But again, Joey's the leader. You know what I'm saying?
Well-
he needs to show that he's the leader instead of just sitting
Well-
on the bench just looking all quiet.
We're gonna have to start blaming Zach Taylor too, right? The head coach. If this season is a flame out season, he's on the hot seat, bro. They're not
for
going.
sure.
I mean, because we know these players ain't going nowhere. They're trying to keep them. They're trying to bat everything. And I get what you're saying, T. Rock, and I agree. But we know these coaches don't last always. So you're gonna have to And granted, they getting paid millions and millions, but something's got to give. My claim to fame can't be I went to the Super Bowl, which is great. and fell completely apart in the Super Bowl or whatever the hell. At least we got there. Yeah. Man, they don't come on, bro.
Yeah.
If you really serious, that don't mean nothing. And really, the drive should be within Joey Buckets. Joey Buckets should be like, I'm trying to get back there and win it. That's my thing. Not sitting here, because let's be real. As we was talking about these other teams, the Bills without a number one, man, you still had Chase who's a number one. You know what I'm saying? You had Higgins who's like a number one. You still had one dude out there that was number one, man, and he should have ate. And I understand the Patriots, Mayo, he played in that system. He understands stuff. But, bro, you scoring 10 points at the crib? At the crib? Opening against the Patriots? This is not your uncle's Patriots? Come on, man. That's bad. That's bad luck. That's a bad look. For real.
Terrible.
Most definitely. Just terrible.
Terrible.
Speaking of terrible,
Speaking of those Giants.
terrible. Vikings 28, the Giants 6. Terrible. I think we found our number one pick. And the number one pick in the 2025 draft. The G-Man. Woo! And it's crazy because they let Mr. Donald do his thing. We know he's got the weapons. You know what I'm saying? He's got the stuff. Hawkinson's out. We know Jefferson's going to do his thing, but goodness gracious, it ain't even about this. Sam Donald, 208 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Aaron Jones, my guy, 14 carries, 94 yards, 1 TD. Justin Jefferson only had 4 catches, 59 yards, 1 TD. Addison, 3 catches, 35 yards. So it wasn't like they was lighting it up. But you ain't got to light it up when you got Daniel Jones, 22 for 42, 186 yards and 2 interceptions. Singletary, who to me is a backup to a backup. Devin Singletary, 10 carries, 37 yards rushing. Daniel Jones, who's supposed to be better than Lamar Jackson running and doing everything when he came out of Duke. 6 carries, 15 yards. Pathetic. Wan'Dale Robinson, Kentucky guy, 1 catch, 14 yards. Neighbors, who say he don't know what the hell was going on back there, talking about his quarterback. He had 5 catches, 66 yards. Robinson had 6 catches, 44 yards. Slayton, 3 for. I don't even want to read it. Daniel Jones sucks. Daniel Jones, I don't know how much he's getting paid a year. It's probably 40-something million because it definitely ain't 60. It shouldn't be 50. It should be 40. Dude is probably the worst starting quarterback. And the Giants keeps paying him. Why would you keep paying him? Like for instance, nobody wants to trade for him, bro. Like you're stuck with this guaranteed money, bro. Like nobody wants him. Like you gave him so much money that people like, nah, bro. Y'all gonna have to eat that salary. Dude is horrible and has been horrible. Well, he's coming off. He ain't always been injured for the past 4 to 5 years. He sucks. Dude is garbage. Man, I saw the best meme today regarding Daniel Jones. It was somebody in the car trying to pick up a lady of the night. The lady of the night, and she said, for $200 I will do anything. And the driver said, "Can you be the quarterback for the New York Giants?" Like they would take that. That's who they want now. Like they don't care. Somebody's got to be able to be better than this dude. Period. T-Rock, Vikings 28, Giants 6.
Lady of the night. Oh man.
Old school, baby.
Old school. I feel like everybody in the Giants front office needs to be fired.
Right.
They are making terrible decisions.
Oh, Lord.
It seems like they're damn near tanking on purpose. Because this is ridiculous. They all need to be fired and reevaluate things because this makes absolutely zero sense. The Giants are a storied football team.
Yes.
And you are making them look like y'all just got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all brand new. You know what I'm saying? We're an expansion team or something. You know what I mean? This is terrible. It's terrible, and they need to really do something about it. I'm not gonna get into the Daniel Jones. That's we know. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Everybody needs to, in the front office needs to be
But
fired.
real quick though, can you even afford the tank to try to get a quarterback when he's still on the hook? Like he just got this contract. Like
God
No, 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 no,
dang.
no,
no.
no, no. I'm just saying.
They're
I'm
gonna
just
suck.
saying.
No,
My whole thing
they
is,
can't.
yeah, but I'm saying
They,
you can't even take a quarterback, bro. Like you
no, not
already
at all.
locked.
Not at all. Not at all. Unless they're gonna pull that same stuff that Atlanta did. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying? Again, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole another different front office kind of situation. But um, yeah, they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do something.
Right.
Because I don't care. Even if they get the number one pick in the draft, that number one pick is not going to change much of what's going on with this organization right now.
True. Front office sucks.
Front office is terrible.
Debo, whatever came from Buffalo, he needs to be gone. The Don.
Yeah.
Man. So I'm starting this year. My trash player of the week,
Here come the
Daniel Jones,
here come the props.
is about to be my trash. But the thing about it, and the New York Giants, they just and they going in the trash because this is horrible. How do y'all let the man Barkley go and be satisfied with Devin Singletary, who's the backup, and
Backups
have
back up, yeah.
y'all? I mean, it's
Scott Jane.
what are y'all? Neighbors is supposed to be the man now, and I'm supposing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Supposedly.
so Daniel Jones, let's pay Daniel Jones to be the man that he's not going to be. You know, we don't want no Lamar. No, we got Daniel Jones. We're gonna show you what he can do.
Mm.
Absolutely not a damn thing.
Mm.
And this is going to be another team that's going to be fighting for that number one
Number
pick
one
at the end of the
stunner.
season.
Ain't gonna be no fighting. They the front. They're the front runners.
Yeah, they're gonna be. They're gonna see who can take them. But y'all making Sam Donald look good out there. I mean, Sam Donald 19 for 24.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron Jones looking good in that
They
backfield.
get ready to
Now
get Sam
94
Donald
yards
paid.
rushing.
They get ready to get him paid.
Yes, sir. And JJ just doing his thing. I guess he didn't have to do too much, but hey, just enough. He did get his TD.
He
But
got
the
it.
Giants are trash.
They trash.
Sorry,
They
Giants
trash.
fans.
Trash.
Good evening.
Trash.
Good evening, Shan. What's going on?
But I'm
Yeah,
not telling y'all Giants fans nothing that y'all don't already know.
they do. They
It
do.
makes no sense.
The G men with the 2025 first round
Trash.
pick. Bit out of doubt. Another trash. Another trash. Let's see. Titans 17, the Bears 24. Okay. It's so much to unpack with this one. It's really not even funny. Real quick
Oh my
though.
gosh, this game was horrible.
Yeah. Like I mean, hey, congratulations, Bear fan. You know you got the win. Caleb Williams. You're happy, but you know he didn't win that game.
No, he didn't.
Special team defense, whatever you want to do, won that game. Dude was 14 for 29, 93 yards. Yeah. 93 with all these weapons you got, right? DeAndre Swift, 10 carries, 30 yards. Lord have mercy. DJ Moore, 5 catches, only 36 yards. Keenan Allen, 4 catches, 29 yards. Woo, we thank God for special teams and all that good stuff. Mr. Levis, who they said, Malik, you got to go. Mr. Levis was not Mr. Mayo Levis, 19 for 32, 127 yards, 1 TD, and 2 interceptions. Lord have mercy. Tony Pollard, Yeah, I bet you wish you was probably back with the Cowboys. Yeah, you had a decent game. 82 yards, 1 TD. But that's not going to hold up. Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley, 3 catches, 50 yards, and everybody else had under 20-yard receiving. This was a game that if they could have blacked out, they would have loved to block it out. But everybody has pretty much NFL, the ticket. So, yeah. And if you watch it, you're a Bears fan, congratulations. Caleb is going to have to manage. Everybody think he's – see, C.J. Stroud spoiled a lot of people. They think that, hey, he could be – because he was no, sir. And, yeah, anyway, Bears 24, the Titans 17, the Dom. What do you think out on the Bears?
Oh well, let me start on that quarterback down there in Tennessee
Please do.
who pretty much gave up the game. When he could have thrown, he was getting sacked at the end.
Is that why Kentucky do that for Levis?
Yeah, that's it.
L
I guess.
down.
It-
Levis down.
'Cause
Levis
they
down.
love it. Levis love it. So all they do is worry about those.
Well, I'm talking about
Cardinals.
him for his last name.
Right.
He's
He
down.
was, yeah. But threw out of a sack threw it who knows where to get intercepted and for Chicago to run it in for the game winning touchdown pretty much that
Yeah.
Tennessee couldn't overcome. I mean, 2 interceptions, got stacked 3 times for 23 yards total. Tony Pollard ain't gonna be able to hold it on because we know that he's not no
Every down back.
heavy back carrier. So we know that he can't do all that.
True.
But on the other side, I haven't believed in Caleb Williams coming into the season. And the yards Chicago Bears, they definitely going to have to do better than this. What they put out, what they show, they can celebrate all night long till 1999 comes back. But that ain't going to happen. And yeah, these stats ain't enough for Chicago to beat too much of anybody if they're going to do that.
True.
I don't know what they're expecting. So, ooh, and Roman, one of the receivers, one of the top rookie receivers, he's getting looked at medical right now. So he's day to day.
That's not good. Real quick update. San Fran 16 about to punch it in, and the Jets 7. 16-7. Third quarter. 8 minutes or so left. So San Fran taking care of business. Great. Punch it in again. T Rock,
Let's go.
what you got?
I think it's this goes back to my last statement in the last game. Number one pick, it's still not gonna render you a whole lot of stuff. He's not. He was good, but he wasn't special. Like you said, you got all those weapons, and you can't even get the ball to them. As far as the Titans is concerned, I think my favorite part of that whole situation is when he threw that second pick and he's running back, and then I don't know if you saw him on his knees.
Oh,
He was like this as dude ran by on the sideline. He was just like this the whole time. I couldn't have been more satisfied. I'm happy.
Get up and make a play.
That's too. It was over.
Get up,
Yeah,
make
you
a
got to
play.
play the next game. You got to play the next game.
Yeah, because he's stupid. Yeah, because the crazy thing is, who's the backup? You got Willis, so who's the backup, bro? Because they will be looking for a backup pretty soon. This is not gonna get any better, man. This is not gonna get any better. A guy who's got these Mayo commercials, bro. That's not who you want to be the face of the franchise, man. Come on.
And the thing is, it's not like his mayo is bad. It's the fact he puts it in coffee
And everything. Yeah.
Ooh,
What do you want to talk about it?
let's get off of that. Yeah.
Well, we get on this one. Saints 47, the Panthers 10. My gosh. I mean,
The
this
Saints.
game was like, 30-0 or something crazy in the first half type stuff. This is totally embarrassing. Paging Bryce. We're going to need your NFL playbook and everything else because This ain't working, bro. You need to get it together. And I'm not going to do you first, but I'm coming back to you. Mr. Carr, 19 for 23, 200 yards, 3 TDs. Um, we had an Alvin Kamara sighting,
All right.
15 carries, 83 yards, 1 TD rushing. He also had 27 receiving yards. Rashard Shaheed, 3 catches, 73 yards, 1 TD. This was a beatdown. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was one of those, was a great back for Eagles. Has not been the same. It's all about the system you to be in. He's 22 yards for Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, Lord have mercy, 13 for 30. 161 yards, 2 interceptions. The red rifleman is up next. Andy Dalton is his backup, and he will probably be starting pretty soon. I mean, it is what it is. Dude weighs 100 pounds wet. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things just don't work out. Hopefully, a good team will take him. You know what I'm saying? Bring him in the fold and see if he can do, because I don't think this is it, brother. I really don't think it's this. And the Panthers is stirring the Giants in the face, saying, let me hold my beer where I go ahead and get this first pick, because these are two of the worst teams in the league, and it's a damn shame, because if Andy Dalton is your best, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. And Bryce Young, you just wasted. So my thing is, this is, you get him out the way. It's kind of like, let me fire you before 90 days. So we won't be
Right.
stuck on the hook. You're not it. And this right here is just really atrocious. Big time. It is what it is. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on the Panthers Saints?
Panthers suck. And Bryce is going to be the backup quarterback at the Titans here soon. Actually, matter of fact, he's going to back up Phyllis. But so it's not, yeah, it's a terrible situation. You know what I mean? Like, I know the GMs is like, oh yeah, we messed up. Yeah, we messed up big time. And what you gonna, the biggest thing, the biggest thing you can say about this is they know they don't have to pay him.
Right. It's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yes, that's a blessing. They don't have to pay him. You know what I mean? You want to go? Okay, yeah, sure. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only ray of light that the Panthers have. Saints just, obviously just trounced them. Saints play some pretty decent football.
Right.
I'm happy we saw Alvin come back to have a little sighting. So
Right. The Don.
Well, like I said, because see, Alvin Kamara says, he's still up and going. I mean, 83 yards, 15 carries is real good. He did introduce himself to the end zone once. So hey, but this whole Panther situation, I mean, y'all made Derek Carr look like a superstar. I mean, y'all let New Orleans put up 47 points on y'all. That's a shame. I mean,
that's just
I
tip of
don't.
iceberg.
Yeah,
30 at
that's
halftime.
The score was 30-3 at half, like you said, 30-3. Golly, y'all just say quit? I mean, y'all said, oh, we're gonna show up the second half, and we scored 17. So I mean, 7. My bad, 17. But just
Sick.
looking at the Panthers team starting lineup, I mean, you're gonna have Andy Dalton and Hubbard and Adam Thielen. I mean, guys who's been in the league for over 10 years is y'all gonna be out to have. I mean, these guys have been in the league forever.
With the number
A
2 pick,
retirement home.
Carolina Panthers select
Anybody who can play some football.
Shador Sanders, Colorado.
They'd be right back in the same situation.
Oh, well, that's
Uh,
true. That's true.
Isidore Sanders says, I'm not going to Carolina because my daddy told me I can't.
Boy, you better
So,
go wherever you can. Stop
Go
playing.
out.
Stop playing.
yeah,
But
it's
nah, this is
pathetic.
horrible.
It's pathetic. On to the next one.
Yeah, that sucks. Speaking of sucks, Steelers 18, Falcons 10. Did anybody
Ah,
win
they
this
let us.
game? Did anybody win this
No.
game? Really? Let's be real. Let's be real. If you're a Steelers fan, I know. Hey, yeah, hey, boo. 6 field goals. Really, really. How impressed of you there? If fantasy Boswell, if you had him, yeah, you ate. You really ate.
Man,
Right. Falcons has an injured quarterback out there. Cousins can't even throw the ball. But yet,
look terrible.
yeah, you know he's coming off an injury. He can't even plant his foot. He can't do anything, bro. This is sickening. And my guy Fields started, and now we know why Fields is not going to start.
Sorry.
Once Wilson gets back, sir, you got that spot. Or maybe they get hey, they might get Bryce. They might go get Carolina Panther. Why not? The room is already full with black quarterbacks. Might as well add another one in there. Let's rock and roll with that. Look, Justin Fields, 17 for 23, 156, nothing else. Najee Harris, 70 yards. Justin Fields, 57 yards. Cordell Patterson, though, the ass is out there running with 13 yards. Warren only 7. Right. Pickens, 85 yards. Freiermuth, 27 yards receiving. Kirk Cousins, 16 for 26, 155, 1 TD, and 2 interceptions. So you wonder why they drafted Penix.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, bro. Bijan Robinson, only 68 yards rushing on, 18 carries. That's a lot of carries for only 68 yards. Ray McLeod. Now, you know it's bad when he's your leading receiver.
Ray.
Damn.
A kick return.
Right. 4 receptions, 52 yards. Bijan had 43 yards. I mean, come on, bro. Kirk Cousins, bro, you're stealing. You hurt, bro. You hurt. You had your feelings. You knew you wasn't healthy when you was there. You couldn't make the average throw, bro. You was a sitting duck for T.J. Watt and company. That's one of the teams you do not want to be a sitting duck for, bro. Like, come on, man. Can we get Penix in there, please? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm saying, please, I really don't give a damn. I mean, y'all can lose every game and compete with the Giants and the Panthers. And the Steelers, like I said, this right here reeks 9-8 for the year. It reeks. No TDs? 6 field goals? Yeah, you better hope Wilson got that. Hey, got them goodies. My goodies. Because if he don't, y'all in trouble, bro. Y'all in trouble. But Don, what you thought on the game?
Yes.
Man, this stuff was terrible, man. Yeah, just flipping
Come on,
back and
Erica.
forth
Get
from
off
all
the mic, Erica. The
all
mic
the-
is hot.
what you
Is Erica down there talking? We just heard her all on the mic.
It's like, girl, stop.
So anyway, like I was saying, right? I didn't know if it came through like that, but anyway, it was a terrible game. I'm swifting through the games, whatever else. Then you sit there trying to watch it. It's like, oh my gosh, this game is horrible just to watch it.
CBS.
I mean, I know he just took that money. He just want to get paid real quick that he can hop on out. He's not gonna make it through. Kirk Cousins not making it through the season. I'm laying it down now. Bijan Robinson, he's gonna have, 18 carries with Aguilar with 3. That's I think Aguilar's probably gonna have to take more, and Bijan gonna take more. They're gonna take more weight off of Cousins because he ain't doing it, especially with Ray McLeod, your top receiver. Can I get a Drake London sighting? Where the hell was he at?
Right.
Come on. At least
Right.
Cal Pitts did score a touchdown. But then we go over here to this Steeler Nation. Okay, Steelers, like you said, y'all won. That's about enough. Y'all won. That's it.
T-Rock.
Didn't look like too much of nothing.
T-Rock.
I'm just gonna say this. I am this way, as bad as the Steelers are playing. I 100% agree with Will. They will still not have a losing record.
Be 9-8.
Still
What
not
it
have a
ain't,
losing
bro.
record.
That it ain't.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Real quick, I feel sorry for Bijan Robinson because he's on the track to like Breeze Hall as far as glimpses of things, but never can reach that potential because you play with quarterbacks that either hurt or not worth a damn. And so hopefully, and you guys we all know that the life of a running back is, you're lucky to get 5 years out of them. So he, it's, and I feel sorry for that, but I do not feel sorry for the Steelers. Sorry, it is what it is. I don't know, maybe because I do not like them. Jaguars 17, Dolphins 20. It wasn't even about this. This was happening. It dropped today, and I was gonna put it on the page. I probably put it on the page when we were done with this. The whole big thing, man. They had the hey, hey, hats off to the Miami police people who released the cam
Right.
because that came quick. They was like playing. My gosh, bro. Like, come on, man. Yeah. I understand if somebody's doing traffic stuff like that, but you know what? I was kind of offended with Randy Moss because on the show, like I said, what happened is Ty Hill, Cheetah, got arrested. They come to this car, knock on his window. He's, what I'm saying, he's talking like what I do, da da da. And the cop didn't like his response and how he did it, so he got him out there. Then another cop, always another cop and another cop. Come on, get down, being a manhandler and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, so Teddy Bruschi is on ESPN. I don't even want to say the name, but anyway, and he was like, when he found out he was going to play, like, I can't believe he's going to play. I mean, I can't even imagine. How's that feel and what's going on? And that's horrible. And we need to make sure he's okay. We need to, and I get it. You're right. But as a black man, that's how I feel when I drive every time. You never know when you'll get pulled over. Oh, and if it go left or right. And Randy Moss is sitting there just not saying anything. Like, dude, you from the country, dude. I know they don't pull your ass over. And if you don't know, put them hands up, put them on the steering wheel, don't touch stuff. You just sitting there like for real, you should have been like, hey, bro, this is what we live. This is America to us. You have to teach young black men, young black women, all that. Hey, you get pulled over, it can go left real quick. Old boy got millions, and he tried to get smart with them a little bit. They wouldn't have it. They don't care. And before you start saying, well, it wasn't no white cops, it's Mexican cops, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he can go left anyway. And you got to be real about it, man. But, hey, hats off to him for playing, and he had a hell of a game. Dolphins win 20-17. Tua, 338, 1 TD. Jeff Wilson, 26 yards. Tyreek Hill, 130 30 yards, 7 catches, 1 TD. Waddle, 109. They are built like that to do what they need to do. It's a track meet. But hats off to Jaguars because Jaguars should have won this game. Trevor Lawrence, 12 for 21, 162 yards, 1 TD. Bigsby, 73 yards. And ETN, you lost the game. I'm sorry. 44 yards, 1 TD, and a huge fumble that you was ready to go in there for a TD to put this game out of hand. You didn't. Boom! They hit Tyreek, and it was a wrap. It was a wrap. But it was a good game, and all my Dolphin brothers from Bump, LaJuan, Terrence, hey, you got to win. LaDon, what's your thoughts?
I mean, you're right on point. Like I said, before the game, we found out about Tyreek, and I seen an interview with him, and he even said himself, he said, what about I wasn't Tyreek Hill? How things would have turned. He said, I didn't cuss at them. I didn't more smart like I wasn't brought up like that from my mom. So I
We
did
saw it.
exactly what they said.
We saw it.
Yeah. And he said next thing you know, things went this way and that way. And he was like, I don't know what happened because things start escalating so quick in the way it went. He said, thanks to my, teammates that came out there,
Yep.
came out
Yep.
and watched, thanks to my, people and everything else. Everything got to stop. And he got to play in the game, and I guess he let his emotion show in that game.
Yeah.
And we see Tyreek does what Tyreek does.
But real
And
quick, it's nothing different that we haven't seen already. It's just there was a star. We seen these other stars to get treated different ways from on airplanes to different things. This right here, because it's always the second one. That second cop came with a mission. Why are we even wasting time with you? Get your ass down. Let's rock and roll. Go ahead,
Right.
Don. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, but other than that, like I said, they pulled it out, and we don't know how, but we do know how ETN run in the end zone and got that ball punched right out. And I'm like, and you're thinking like, oh wow, that's it. That's
That was
game.
it.
I mean, and Miami played a hell of a game. They put some good stats up. I mean, the running game wasn't all up to where it could be, but they always gonna make up in their passing.
Right.
They always gonna run that ball past you when they pass. Their yak yards. Let's say that their yak yards mean a lot down in Miami. Better watch
Yeah, it
out.
does.
So they got the win.
Update. We have update. 49ers 26, the Jets 7. They are in cruise control over Aaron Rodgers' return. The 49ers is saying, we don't care who we have. We're going to beat that ass. T-Rock, what you got?
To go off what you said earlier, I wonder if these were the same people who had that same argument when Scotty Scheffler got arrested. You know what I mean? So, like, what are your opinions on things? Not only did he play, he won too.
Yeah.
As far as the game is concerned, excuse me. I was actually expecting a little more from the Jags, to be honest with you. But they did play the Dolphins, and the Dolphins, like, they throw the ball all over the place. So good win for him, man. I'm happy for Tariq for things the way it turned out the way they did for him. I have it's hard to believe that they did not know who he was,
Thank you.
but it is what it is. Good game for the Dolphins, man. Way to pull that one out.
Yeah. And I'm so glad, going back real quick, I'm glad that the police cam was recording. Too many times we know that they don't record it, and it got released quick. So for all the people like, well, we just got to wait and see, we got to see it. Like I said, I'll try my best to go ahead and post that for everybody to see that. But next up, to me, one of the not a surprise team, one of my teams that think they can really make some noise this year, the Texans 29, the Colts 27. Good win for the Texans to start off. And, hey, impressive for the Colts, even with Mr. Richardson to do what he had to do. Real quick, C.J. Stroud, 24 for 32, 234, 2 TDs. Mr. Mixon, you think the Bengals ain't missing him? 30 carries, 159 yards rushing, 1 TD. Nico Collins, my God, 6 catches, 117 yards. Tank Dell, 40 yards. Stephon Diggs, 6 catches, 33 yards, but 2 TDs. C.J. Stroud and them is going to be a problem on that offensive end. You're going to have to slow that down. I don't care who you are. Anthony Richardson, hey, 9 for 19, 212 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Had 56 yards rushing and 1 TD. Jonathan Taylor, 48 yards, 1 TD. This game was a good game. It was a good game. I thought that the Texans might have walked away with it, but, hey, congratulations on that one. Good one for that one. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on the Texans win over the Colts?
Like you said, man, the Texans are going to be a problem. Shroud is a consummate professional. You know what I'm saying? He knows football.
Right.
You know what I mean? He knows football. And so, you know what I'm saying? The head coach, D'Amico, man, these dudes is going to be nice, man. I think I like to think that some people slept on them, man, or still sleeping on them. But, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be the year for the Texans, man. The Colts, man, kept it nice and close. I was actually surprised at how close they actually kept it.
Right.
But Texans is going to be a problem for a lot of teams, and I think even my Chiefs see them this season as well. So
Yeah, my Cowboys do too.
the more you
The
know.
Don, the Don.
I love me some CJ Stroud. So the man I'm looking for, I want to look into Houston's offensive line. I think they should control that line a little bit better than what they did. They let CJ get sacked 4 times, and that's quite a bit. Let's not put CJ on that back. Let's keep him upright because y'all want to keep him doing what he's doing. Yeah, y'all gonna have to keep him up. Joe Mixon though, who would have thought for 30 carries? Mm. Like you did mention, Cincinnati got to be missing him right now. They'll be going over the Indianapolis, the Colts though. Key name from the Colts that people gonna have to watch out. Is raising up the board. Alex Pierce. Alex Pierce he had a career game with 3 touches.
Cincinnati
Well,
boy.
for the Colts, yeah. But he had some deep ones. Long shot, 60 yards at one time. Hit one TD, 125 yards for the Colts. So, and who would have thought? You just got Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor was the only one who have put in any rushing yards for the Colts. I don't know if y'all need another backup running back or whatever over there at the Colts, but y'all want to get them because now y'all dropped one at home, but but Houston ain't one to play with. So we're gonna see what else Houston got. Like I said, they got offensive power over there.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna keep it moving.
Once Coach Ryans get that defense ready, it's gonna be really scary. It's gonna be really scary. Raiders 10. God. Chargers 22. It was more fights from the Raiders fans than the damn actual team in the stands. You know what? Congratulations, Coach Harbaugh. You got your championship. You get out of there because you knew they was coming for that ass.
They was coming.
But yeah, they was coming. But Chargers 22, the Raiders 10. You know, all right. Justin Herbert only 144 yards, 17 for 26, 1 TD. J.K. Dobbins sighting. 10 carries, 135 yards, 1 TD. His former teammate, who's still his teammate, Gus Edwards, 11 carries, 26 yards. This is methodical that you can see Harbaugh playing at. Manage the game, Herbert. Do not cost us. Let our defense do what we got to do. Gardner Minshew. 25 for 33, 257, 1 TD, 1 interception. Zamir White, 44 yards. Jacoby Myers, 61 yards. This looked like a game that two teams that really not exciting battled, and whoever was the home team was probably going to win. T-Rock.
I think it was expected from the Raiders. I mean, all things considered. I'm saying without a good QB, it is what it is. I like to see the teams in my division devour themselves. You know what I'm saying? Helps me out a whole lot.
Right.
But yeah, it's just this just an I can't even talk. This just isn't just the bottom of the AFC West. I mean, it's you're getting close to the bottom of NFL. So, but again, I appreciate what they're
Shador
what they're doing
Sanders
for
with the number 5th pick of the Raiders.
hey, and what's crazy is I think the opposite of that. He actually might make them better. So, so, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
The Don.
I know Shador looked terrible this past weekend though, but against Nebraska, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
But
he got more games that look terrible.
yeah, plenty more.
Terrible.
But like you said, this game not exciting at all. But like you said, rose from the dust, from the ashes. J.K. Dobbins, though, from out of nowhere. Who would have expected that? I don't know. Justin Herbert with just a below average game with just 144 points, average just 5 1.5 of pass. I mean, that, like you said, just manage the game. Manage the game. That's all. And they did. I mean, they did. They did. They spread the ball around, and they beat the Raiders. And we knew from the very beginning the Raiders did not look impressive at all. The quarterback room is a backup room to the
Right.
backup room. So
The
they
Mayor's
horrible.
team, the Raiders.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
bro.
team.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro. I'm glad you got to see it though, up close and personal. Up close and personal, brother. You got it. With the number 5th pick, we decided we're gonna pass on it.
Oh, stop.
Next up,
Okay.
still in Travis's division. He's got 3 of the worst teams in this division, I guess.
Golly. Not
Broncos
no more.
lose to the Seahawks 26-20. It is what it is. Hey, Gino, I'm happy for Gino. You got a spot because to me, Gino's an average quarterback. He is.
Yeah,
Gino
his
Smith,
time is coming to the end.
right. 18 for 25, 171, 1 TD, 1 interception. Kenneth Walker's a bad man. As long as he can stay healthy. 20 carries, 103 yards, 1 TD. Geno Smith also had 30 yards on the 1 TD. Big time. Bo Nix, 26 for 42. God,
Golly.
Lord. 26 for 42, 138, and 2 interceptions.
Mm.
Okay. Also, led him in rushing, 35 yards on the ground with 5 carries, 1 TD. Yeah. Make sure y'all take whoever they play. That's all I'm gonna say. Tyler Lockett, 77 yards for the Seahawks. Half man, half amazing. I guess he only three catches, 29 yards. I'm pretty sure Patrick Surtain was on that ass. It is what it is. This right here really is not even worth talking about. But T Rock, since this is in your division, I know you're happy.
I mean, yeah, I am. Again, but at the same time, you do not let your rookie quarterback throw 42 times.
At all.
That is ridiculous. So I don't know what.
Sean Payton sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, you couldn't taking the words right out of my mouth. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of letting his rookie quarterback throw 42 times.
Lord.
But yeah, thank you, Seahawk.
The Don.
Just another terrible one. Just another one. And hey, I love seeing Seattle terrible like that. And they win the game. Seattle ain't really. I mean, the one guy you got to worry about, Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker's a young beast right now. He gets that ball. He does handle mostly business. Geno's his expiration date is getting ready to come to an end.
You may not want that though. Because if they can keep half man and half robot and Jackson and Lockett, they have a top 5 receiving core. They just need a quarterback. And they got a
That is
running
very
back. You
true.
might want to keep Geno there for whatever they want to do. Because
Well,
yeah. No,
right, right.
I
You
mean,
right.
for real.
You right. Let him sit there, but at the same time, I just don't. I mean, I don't see him. It all depends how good Seattle possibly wants to be. How are they looking at their future? How's the GM looking at it? Are you okay with average,
No,
or
I'm
do you
saying
want?
you as a 49er fan.
Yeah, of course, me as a
Yeah, yeah.
49ers
As a
fan.
Seattle
Yeah,
fan, I need a quarterback. I need a
right.
quarterback. I need
And we
somebody
want.
because I got too many toys before they leave and go somewhere else and ball. Now Tyler
Well,
Lockett, he's getting long in the tooth. He's going to be gone. He's a third receiver, but them other 2 studs and
right.
then Kenneth Walker, yeah, that's a different beast.
No
That's a
doubt.
different beast.
But I'm just saying, as in, like you said though, as in Gino, we want him to stay, but I just don't. I'm picturing it as in, how long? But like, yeah, Seattle, keep doing what you're doing, cause hey, it's okay. Y'all beat up on the Broncos. Then you look over the Broncos. The Broncos, it's just another team. It look like they just in the land of the misfit toys because it's like who
Yeah, it's crazy.
who's on the team? Where did I place? Bo Nix is throwing 42 attempts,
That's
and
crazy.
then averaging the most yards. Come on, bro.
That's
Let's get
crazy.
our leading receivers, Josh Reynolds.
That's crazy. All right, we're going to fly by these next three. Commanders 20, Bucks 37. Baker had a hell of a game. Baker got that contract. I see. What are you doing? Do what you got to do. Sometimes it works for you. I'm not saying that they're going to do any noise or whatever, but congratulations. You got paid. You had 4 TDs. You whip on the Commanders. Pretty sure the Commanders are going to be looking for another coach anyway. That gimmick shit works only for a little bit. Some people, because you're a good defensive coordinator, does not mean you're a head coach. We've seen it already in Atlanta before when he was there. Now we coming back. It is what it is. Because one thing that the Commanders always had, they already had talent, especially on that defensive side of the ball. Dude, all you had to do was go ahead and do what you got to do, but you won't want big defensive linemen and all this kind of stuff. So this is what's going to be. This is another top 5 pick. And hey, then you're gonna have to start looking at him. It's always the next man up, next man up. Sometimes you got to think out of the box, man. And I'm so glad that he's there with them, Quinn. So hey, that's y'all. But congratulations, Bucks, Baker, T. Rock.
Baker always shows signs of flashes of being a very, very good quarterback. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I really kind of hope he keeps up. I feel like, you know, he may not get his flowers, but he will definitely earn a flower. I think just one.
Oh, we got a Baker Mayfield fan. The Don.
Who would ever thought there would be the rebirth of Baker Mayfield? I mean, come on. Cleveland is dealing with with
We're gonna get on that.
right. I know it's next, but look what Cleveland's dealing with, and Baker's in Tampa Bay making playoffs and winning games. Hey, whatever, Baker. Keep doing your stuff in the kitchen, baby. All right.
Yeah, doing it somewhere. All right. Cowboys 33. And my God, it had to be the worst. But like most people got victory Mondays, but anyway, Cowboys 33, Browns 17. Dude not only had played like garbage, he also got hit with another lawsuit today.
That's always going to go
Yeah,
there.
he already had the lawsuit. Dude had an awful weekend. Big time. Dak Prescott had a great one. 60 mil, $240 million, 231 guaranteed. Led the Cowboys out there, 19 for 32, 179 yards, 1 TD. Zeke 40 yards. Stats ain't gonna wow you or nothing like that. CD Lamb 61. But as a Cowboys fan, that defense is going to be a problem just because they finally got a defensive coordinator that understands that you have to stop the run with some big bodies, do all that kind of stuff. Finally had some linebackers. Guys was meeting guys in the hole, smacking them. And Parsons, when you got a defense that has principle, that's when you have Parsons going to be the best freaking defensive player period, because he's gonna be able to eat and he's gonna feast. Because Zimmerman, who's a Super Bowl defensive coordinator anyway, dominate this stuff. This game really wasn't that close, that kind of stuff. So congratulations, Cowboys. Do what you do, my guys. Take care of business. Can't wait till we get my guy ready to come on the team. Get Dalvin in there, that 2-headed monster. We're gonna rock and roll. But Dak, do you? T Rock.
Cowboys is always. I think Cowboys been on the cusp at least for the last couple of years. It's just been there. It's just always had that something missing and that one thing missing.
Defensive coordinator.
Exactly. Hey, there you go. The defense. You know what I'm saying? I know you haven't been happy with just the linebackers themselves, much less anything else. So yeah. So once they get that side of the ball together, you know what I'm saying? Cowboys could be a really big problem. Browns are the Browns. You know, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So. Um, you know, they got players. They just don't have enough. They just don't have enough players. So
T-Rock, when you gave this man a guarantee. I mean, he was the first one.
Guaranteed.
Guarantee. He was the first one that had that guarantee. Like, no one's ever had a guaranteed contract. Dude,
Right.
guaranteed contract. You can't do nothing. Like you can't cut him. You can't do nothing. Dude can sit on the sideline, eat a corn dog or whatever you got to do. Dude's stuck right there. When do you get away from him? Because dude, like, he's getting allegations more and more and more, and everybody just sitting there. Everybody just sitting there like nothing's wrong. Like, so what do you do if you front office of the Browns, bro? And all you Browns fans, you know what I'm talking about. Souls, Coach Souls, and all you guys who was be trying to. Where y'all at? Y'all so quiet. I'm coming for y'all. Y'all suck. Anyway, go ahead. T-Rock. I'm sorry.
No, they stuck. To answer your question, they're stuck. You know what I mean? Unless there's something in his contract, some kind of clause in his contract, they're stuck. You know what I mean? And it's either that or he get locked up.
Damn
One of the
shame.
two.
Oh, Lord.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
Lord.
I'm not saying that he will or he should.
Hey,
What I'm saying
you
is
might be on to
that's
something
the
right there.
options.
You
That's the
might
options.
be on to something. You just might.
The Don.
Just saying.
Because, hey, shouts out to my man Jamie from work. Jamie Hawkins from work, who's a big Browns fan and everything else. He was at the game,
Ooh.
in the dog pound.
I'm glad he
in the
got to
midst
see
of
that
it all.
ass whoop.
Yes, he did. And, he talks quite a bit of stuff, but at the same time, how you defending this quarterback?
Lord
How you
Jesus.
defending your GM, your management? How do you deal with that? Because, like, Trap, I'm with you, T. I think y'all gonna he's gonna end up getting locked up before he gets cut or do anything else, because this is ridiculous. And after this one, more and more probably will come now. More and more allegations.
The one thing that the Browns did him a favor to make his shit all guaranteed, so everybody, all the people circling, not saying that they're wrong, but he can afford it. Go get him, ladies. If he did that on you, go get him. That's
Mm-hmm.
That's on him.
Right.
Yep.
So I don't know how you gonna defend that, man. Like I said, and these Cowboys, hey, the defense is impressive. No doubt about that. You got guys all in that backfield all day long. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I mean, do what's due is due. You respect what you get. I mean, hey, y'all third. Y'all supposed to be this.
Well,
But now it's gonna have to show more of Dak, do his thing. Zeke, once Dalvin Cook gets into the mix,
woo, Lord Jesus.
and with Rico,
Nah,
and
it's a rap, bro.
and
You know it's a rap, bro.
and Elliott,
You
CD
stupid.
CD
You
Lamb
stupid.
will become that number one wide receiver
stupid,
that we
man.
all gonna love. That's in the
He's
fantasy
stupid,
world.
bro. He's stupid.
So, hey, just
I'm a-
now Dak gonna have to step up to his point, because that defense is where they need to be. Because I give this game to the MVP of the defense of Dallas. So,
You know the
hey,
crazy thing is, if you got a defense that actually uses defensive tackles and actually have linebackers, then Dak can be a game manager. He ain't got, to me, a game manager, when you got a number one receiver, all you need is about over 200 some yards passing. You ain't got to do 300 or 400 because you're getting beat to death. Get a nice little running game, give you 100 yards rushing, over 200 passing, that's cool. You ain't got to do whatever. And that's because you got to think. What I'm saying is, when you have no defensive tackles and no middle linebackers, that is the middle of your defense that they have been playing without. And now you got dudes like, we got 4 defensive tackles over 330 that are legit players. And you can still do the other dudes, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then you felt like Overshawn, number 13, blew out his knee last year. Dude from Texas, 6'3" linebacker. I don't know if y'all saw that play when he beamed in on
he was killing them.
when he beat in on Deshaun Watson when he tried to scramble. When you got players like that, and when the dudes who started last year, one retired and the other dudes on the bench, I'll let you know Zimmer ain't no playing. But, man, hey, we're going to see New Orleans up next. Come on. We got something for y'all. Uh, Rams 20, Lions 26 overtime. Pops team, your team won. Good for which. Damn, I think I might have took a little catnap. I think I might have had a little bit too much or something because I just stopped. Like overtime. I'm like, who's going on? The Lions doing. Hey, congratulations. Overtime, they took care of business real quick so we can get out of here. Uh, Jared Goff, who I cannot stand, 18 for 28, 217, one TD, one interception, one of the most overrated people on earth, apparently. David Montgomery, 91 yards. Gibbs, 40. Both of them had TDs. Jameson, who's a problem. And I'm mad at myself in fantasy football because I knew he was going to be a problem. He's from Alabama. They don't do too well on quarterbacks, but on receivers, they rock and roll. He had 5 catches, 121 yards, 1 TD. Let's see.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthew Stafford came home, 317 yards, 1 TD, 1 interceptions. Kyron Williams, 50 yards rushing. Puka's lost. He's gone for about 4 games. He got injured. Cooper Cup, 110 yards, 1 TD. And we talked about the discussion about Puka's number compared to Cooper. We knew it was going to be split, but now we ain't got to worry about that for a little bit. Good game, though. This is a real good game. Overtime. The Lions win 26-20. T-Rock, what's your thought?
Uh, I didn't finish it. I definitely fell asleep, but it was a good. From what I saw, it was a good game. It's to me. I don't know why, and y'all can probably say something about it. I just feel like Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are like the same dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm not watching anything, special on either end. Now, I'm not saying
I got you.
that.
I got you. I ain't gonna
You
say
get what
that
I'm
again.
saying? Do you
I
understand
got
what
you.
I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
think it's like a mixture just because it's the Rams and Lions. They just traded quarterbacks. Also,
Yeah, you know what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
gonna
Yeah,
say.
exactly. No, yeah, that exactly. But it's not like I felt like one team may have got a slight upgrade. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Rams. But but the upside is not as high as one would
true.
probably want
Got you.
to think. You know what
Got.
I mean?
No, you're right.
S-
I agree with
Yeah.
you. I agree. No, I agree with you.
So, yeah. So, but I'm happy that the Lions got this win, man. You know what I'm saying? The pick up from where they left off last year, man. So, shout out to Lions, man.
And also, we got to look at this real quick. You know, Matthew Stafford is damn near, 37, 30, close. I mean, he's old. But the best thing that ever happened for the Rams is the Lions said, okay, let's trade it. We do what we got to do because he was able to get them a championship.
Yep.
Without him, Jared Goff wasn't going to do that. Even though they went to the Super Bowl, they did go to the Super Bowl. That's because old boy was calling every play in his ear. He couldn't do anything. So no, so I get you. The lines is blurred like a mother, and then you ain't got Donald's gone, which is missed. Dude's the best defender,
Oh yeah.
period, in the league for the past 8, 9 years, whatever he was. He was. We all would fall in love with the pass rushers. Aaron Donald was the dude. Period. So I get what
Period.
you're saying. It does look blurred, all this kind of shit. I'm just saying Jared Goff is going to be one of the people when we look back in history, God willing, that we all still alive, we rocking and rolling, making buku money, promoting these kids, promoting these coaches, rocking and rolling, and we can look back and say, Jared Goff, what the hell? What? But you gotta be able to speak on it because if you look at the numbers, you're gonna say, they pretty much the same. But I got what you're saying, brother. The Don, what
Yeah.
you think?
Oh my gosh. Hey, it, congratulations to Detroit coming out and getting their first win of the season. I give it that. I mean, I know some good Detroit fans, so I give it to them. David Montgomery showing up. Jameer Gibbs could have did more. I don't know what was the give take on that, but hey, it is what it is. Jameson Williams doing his thing.
Did his thing. Did his thing.
And Laporta.
Laporte, yeah,
I
he
didn't
did his
wasn't
thing.
sure about him at one point. Was he going to come back in? I thought he went out for a quick second, but it's definitely going to hurt right now. We're going back over to the Rams with Puka Nakua. Um, being out already on the IR. So we
That's
know he's
Elite
going to be
Four.
at least out a month.
Yep.
So that's going to hurt. Cooper Cup, is he back to the old Cooper Cup 2 years ago? So I mean, we shall see.
The system fits them.
Yeah, it does. So hey, go ahead, Rams, Detroit
But
Lions. We shall see.
you know what? My thing is the fire and the desire of McVay. I think a lot of the stuff was really real that he didn't want to coach anymore. That he was looking after he won that championship to go ahead and do other stuff. I really do think that. So the desire, like, some people, like we was talking about it before, with the I forget the quarterback, Burrow going to the Super Bowl. Like, you need to try to get back. You didn't accomplish nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, oh boy, won a championship, a Super Bowl. So does he even have the desire? Now, when we question that with the head coach, that's a problem. Because the rumor was that they was like, why was CBS and everybody else trying to get you, right? Why would you go to a coach who just won a Super Bowl a year ago or 2 years ago? That means the agent is leaking stuff out. The dude don't want to coach no more. So that's when you got that. The system's good. So that means the Pukas and the Cooper Cup is always going to get all these catches. Period. Because that's who they have. Robert Woods, all that kind of stuff. That's what happens. Tutu sighting once in a while. That's what happens. So that's an issue in itself right there. My whole thing is like, when do you say, hey, bro, it's time to wrap this up? And you can't let him leave. You can let him leave, but you can't fire him just because he sends stuff out because he won a Super Bowl. But congratulations on that. Real quick before we get out of here, guys, we got one thing I want to say real quick. It's a stink going on. Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl. You got all the New Orleans artists, and people are saying what a freaking slap in the face to the New Orleans people, especially Lil Wayne. And they said that it's a grudge because you know who's the one who's controlling, who's picking the artists. That is
Mr.
Up.
The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay-Z is picking them. And we already know about the spat with that. Do you have to go ahead and do that? I can't, because we know that there's not going to be anybody from that family guests coming on Kendrick Lamar performance. This out of respect for their own brethren, type stuff like that. And we have a lot of people talking about his Patty for Jay doing this, he's doing it on purpose, yada yada yada. Does Kendrick Lamar deserve it? Yes, he does. Dude done had a hell of a year. He done had a banker. But do you go ahead when you go to a city like New Orleans that has mega dudes, mega stars, mega artists? Do you go ahead and just throw them a bone and say, "Here y'all go"? My thing, T-Rock. I know you rocking and rolling. What you thinking on this? If you even thought on this?
Okay, so here's my opinion. Kendrick Lamar does deserve this. And I had one person tell me yesterday, shot me a text about it and said, "See what Drake did for Kendrick." So basically, like putting him up. Now here's my thing. Kendrick is an artist, right? Kendrick, his performances, his music, for the most part, provokes thought. Um, I say he's still going to have New Orleans artists there. Now, who those artists will be is just going to be a totally different thing,
True.
right? I'm not going to say, but I truly believe there's going to be New Orleans artists because again, it doesn't. I mean, would I love Wayne being there? Of course. And I'm not putting it. I'm not going to put it out there because again, it's not about friendship. It's about business, right? Now, again, I get now. You don't necessarily get paid to do this, but this is about business. You know what I mean? So if you want to get out there and do your thing, hey, do your thing. If he's not there, I mean, you act like there's nobody else out there. You don't think Juvenile wouldn't be happy to get out there and you know what I'm saying? Manny Fresh and those cats, you know what I mean? Those guys who are BG, Turk, all these guys, you know what I'm saying? Master P. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these guys who have nothing, you know what I'm saying, to do with any of that other stuff.
Right.
wouldn't be there. I mean, come on, man. Who wouldn't want? I would love to see the No Limit Tank show up.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So, and
It
again,
just won't be Cash Money.
I mean, yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, and here's the thing: it could still be Cash Money. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I get. You know what I'm saying? He signed to Wayne, and all this stuff, but. You know what I'm saying? This is has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't heard Lil Wayne
Uh oh.
spoke
Uh
on
oh.
nothing. So
Uh oh. Uh oh.
you ain't heard Lil Wayne speak on it at all. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. What I'm
Right.
saying is it can happen, but you know what I'm saying. I still think he's not above having New Orleans artists on the show in the performance.
The Don.
I don't care about what New Orleans wants, what New Orleans thinks. I don't put Kendrick Lamar up there. He's one of the tops out there. Jay Z did his thing. He picked it right. I mean, Kendrick deserves it, all of it. He deserves being in the limelight all he wants because he's going to say they not like us. Um,
Drake is
God, New
great
Orleans,
petition. He got a lawyer great petition all that shit.
yeah,
Supposedly. No, I'm saying
yeah,
supposedly.
and that makes no sense. That's just sour grapes because he killed them. So too bad, New Orleans. I mean, it is what it is. No limit. CG, BG, EG, AG, ABCG. It don't care. I don't have to see those old fools. Who cares about them? I don't care about the people who want them. They will be okay. Either you watch or you don't. We go through this often enough. Kendrick get up her form. So be it. Jay Z picked it. Super Bowl goes on to the next one.
To me, I think he missed the bus. If that's the case, I think he missed the bus because not even the big name people New Orleans has its own flavor. You know, like Travis said, you ain't even got to do freaking uh, uh, um, Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? You can go old school and get the other people, that kind of stuff like that. Kendrick, yeah, I think he deserved it, but hell, I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl will be in Los Angeles, California, probably in 2 years, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, and like Travis said, they can still do whatever. Hell, by then they might be friends again. Might be all plot, whatever. All of a sudden, all this kind of stuff. And then Wayne, I love Wayne, but hell, last performance I saw, he was kind of struggling in the performance anyway. I mean, there could be a lot of stuff goes on. My thing is, you need to embody that. You can't force nobody, especially on that level. But let's be honest. I love Kendrick Lamar, but if you take a lot of that stuff out, you're gonna have to bring some other stuff in there, and I got no problem with that. You have a lot of bounce music. New Orleans has its own flavor, so hopefully he embodies some of that. You know what I'm saying? To come out there and do a little something with him. Will he? He probably will. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's getting a lot of feedback on it. And a lot of people are attacking Jay for doing this because of vendetta he has against Wayne. Not even just the other shit. So, it is what it is. But that's what happens when you hire somebody. Hell, if you hire me to do the Super Bowl, you think I'm not going to have the Don and the T Rock and the mayor and stats and not gonna drop the new person, but I'm gonna have them on there. Bump everybody else. They gonna be the feature people who I roll
Right.
with. That is what it is. You're not gonna be happy. Whatever. Congratulations, Kendrick, what you do, and all this kind of stuff. T Rock, what you leaving the people with?
Um, I would like to leave the people with this today. I hope everybody has a good week. Yesterday, we did our annual celebration for my father. Um, where we used his birthday. We used to helpfully raise a little money for the J. Blade Hudson Scholarship. It would have been his 75th birthday.
Okay.
I'd like to just shout out Pops. I love you. And leave it at that.
The Don.
Whew. Uh, Let me just tell y'all right now. Don't be afraid to start over. It's a chance to rebuild something better this time.
All right, well, that's a banger. Always a banger. So let's do it this way. Wednesday got an interview with a male bulldog that helped lead his team to a successful win over the St. X Tigers. So that's check that out. Also Thursday, got a Valley Viking that's gonna be on the show at 8 o'clock, and then we do the No Cap preview show at 9. So got some bangers, got some kiddos on here, deservingly so. So make sure you go ahead and watch, support. It's free, guys. You know, unless you want to get the raw and uncut version that we do for 99 cents. Pretty much it's free for the support. It doesn't cost to support as far as follow, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Just do what you got to do. We rocking and rolling. That's what we do. We got more shows coming out. We're gonna have the fantasy, the Don's fantasy playbook. We're gonna have the Will Show. We're gonna have the No Cap, and we got a couple of new shows that we're doing. Just go ahead and we really appreciate you guys for all, and also vote for these kiddos, man. If it ain't your son, and if it's your son's teammate, another team that's in your city, and you like, hey, that's some good numbers. Vote for them, man. Don't be a hater. For real, for real. Don't do that. God bless. And we out. 49ers 32. The Jets 13. The Don's going to sleep good tonight. God bless. We holla.